In this video, I'm going to cover the 7 things I love about the 6th generation of the Corvette. So stick around. The 6th generation Corvette was produced from 2005 through the 2013 model year. A total of over 215,000 were produced during this time. My current daily driver is this early C6 model from 2007. It's a Le Mans Blue Coupe 3LT automatic. In the nearly 4 years I have owned it, I have put about 28,000 miles on it. But my wife and I also owned a late model C6, a 2013 Grand Sport convertible in night race blue metallic. It was one of the final C6s produced, and we kept it for about 3 years, and we put over 25,000 miles on it. So I can tell you from experience, these are wonderful cars. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to primarily focus on the base models. They represent about 72% of all C6s produced, and the Z06 and ZR1 models are a different animal altogether. Having said that, here's my list of the 7 things I love about the C6 Corvette. And so we begin with number 1. And number 1 is the looks. The Chevrolet Corvette has been around since 1953, so there's been 70 years of Corvettes. But the 6th generation is the final one that has the more classic design. The curves of the car, the traditional round taillights. These are some of the characteristics we've seen of Corvettes through 6 different generations. And then when the 7th generation came, they went to more angles and sharp edges instead of curves. And so the design of the vehicle really changed drastically going from the 6th to the 7th generation. And I realize looks is subjective. But to me, this is a classic Chevrolet Corvette. Number 2 would be the gauge package in the 6th generation Corvette. And I'll turn it on here so you can see it. This is a very traditional analog gauge package. It prominently displays the tachometer on the left, speedometer on the right. And it's not busy like today's gauge packages tend to be. And they've gotten all digital and they want to give you a clock and a compass and the outside temperature and all this other stuff. You know what? I guess call me a traditionalist. I really like this display. I really think they've done a very nice job in the 6th generation Corvette with the gauge package. Number 3 on my list is the heads-up display. Now, this is not on every 6th generation Corvette. It was part of one of the option packages, but I really like this to be able to look out that windshield and see what speed I'm going. Now, right now I have it in track mode 1. So you notice it has a tachometer on the left. It's actually got a G meter on the bottom. And then if I switch it to track mode 2, the tach kind of goes along the top. And then there's a traditional street mode, which just gives you what your speed is. But that's one of the things I really love about this car is the heads-up display. Number 4 on my list would be its storage capacity. When you lift the back, you can see there is a ton of space back here. So certainly plenty of room to put 2 full-size golf bags back here. You got extra storage in these little bins that are rather deep pocketed, so you can hide things out of the way. You can see I got the sunshade up here to kind of cover whatever you got back there. So certainly it would make a great grocery getter. Number 5 of the things I love about this car would be the Targa top. And let me demonstrate how it comes off in stores. So you put your 2 sun visors down, 2 levers to pull, then you've got one you got to pull in back, and now you just lift it off, and it has a specific spot that it sits here in back. You just slide it in, snaps right down, close your tailgate, and there you go. You now have the enjoyment of having a convertible, but you don't have to pay that premium price to buy a convertible. Number 6 on my list is the handling of the 6th generation Corvette. So there is an optional Z51 performance package, which unfortunately my 2007 here does not have, that even improves the handling, but the handling is really remarkable. And a lot of that has to do with the amount of rubber you're putting down on the pavement. I mean, look at those tires. This is a stock rim running a 245/40 ZR18 Michelin Pilot Sport AS3 Plus tires. And on the back, the amount of rubber is even larger. You've got 285/35 ZR19s. And I'll kind of pan it down here so you can kind of see Look at all that grip that you're going to have. And so I'll show a little footage of me running this car around the Waterford Hills racetrack in Waterford Hills, Michigan. But I would say one of the great things about the car is how well it handles. And finally, number 7 is what I like to call bang for the buck. If you're in the market for a sports car, you can't beat a C6 Corvette. The early models can be found with low miles at the $20,000 to $30,000 range these days. The later models might run you in the $30,000 to $50,000. Just for grins, I went to Autotempest.com and searched for a V8-powered coupe or convertible under $50K. Other than the Corvette, you mostly find Camaro SS, Mustang GTs, and Dodge Challengers. Now, no offense to the people who own those cars, but a C6 Corvette looks far superior and will certainly handle better than any of them, even if they might be faster in a straight line. I believe it is the best value in a used sports car today. And those are the 7 things that I love about the 6th generation of the Chevrolet Corvette. Did I forget anything? If I did, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. My name is Tom Stroup. You've been watching Find the Right Road. If you enjoyed that video, please click the like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks, and we'll catch you next time.